DOGE and OMB have actually found that there was $37 million that was about to go out the door to the World Health Organization.
Well, DOGE has another win. DOGE and the OMB stopped a big check from going to the World Health Organization. Let's check this story out.
Just during this pause, DOGE and OMB have actually found that there was $37 million that was about to go out the door to the World Health Organization, which is an organization, as you all know, that President Trump, with the swipe of his pen in that executive order, is no longer wants the United States to be a part of. So that wouldn't be in line with the president's agenda. DOGE and OMB also found that there was about to be 50 million taxpayer dollars that went out the door to fund condoms in Gaza. That is a preposterous waste of taxpayer money. So that's what this pause is focused on, being good stewards of tax dollars.
Wow, that is crazy. So DOGE and the OMB, or the Office of Management and Budget, stopped a $37 million check from going to the World Health Organization, the same organization that Trump signed to stop supporting, to pull the United States out of, and some bureaucrat was about to send them $37 million. That's crazy to me. And then follow it up with $50 million for a program for condoms in Gaza. Doesn't Gaza need food and water more than they need condoms at this point? That is ridiculous. I'm so glad someone stopped that. I want to look and see what the Office of Management and Budget is specifically supposed to do. Let's go ahead and switch over to that page. Okay, so here's a website, usa.gov/agency/office of Management and Budget. And it says the Office of Management and Budget oversees the performance of federal agencies and administers the federal budget. So that makes some sense. Here's the website right here. Let's check it out. Oh, it takes us to whitehouse.gov. I think that's pretty funny. It takes you to whitehouse.gov with Trump saying, nope, you're not going to send any more money to the World Health Organization. Office of Management and Budget, put a stop to it. Well, while we're on this page, why don't we go ahead and look at the executive order that Trump signed regarding the World Health Organization. Okay, so here we go. It says, withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization, executive order signed January 20th, 2025, the same day he was inaugurated. Okay, by the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered. Purpose: the United States noticed its withdrawal from the World Health Organization, or WHO, in 2020 due to the organization's mishandling of the COVID-19 pandemic that arose out of Wuhan, China, and other global health crises. Its failure to adopt urgently needed reforms and its inability to demonstrate independence from the inappropriate political influence of WHO member states. In addition, the WHO continues to demand unfairly onerous payments from the United States, far out of proportion with other countries' assessed payments. China, with a population of 1.4 billion, has 300% of the population of the United States, yet contributes nearly 90% less to the WHO. Actions. The United States intends to withdraw from the WHO. The presidential letter to the Secretary General of the United Nations signed on January 20th, 2021 that retracts the United States July 6, 2020 notification of withdrawal is revoked. When Biden was inaugurated, he retracted what Trump did and joined the WHO again. So now it looks like Trump is revoking that. Executive Order 13987 of January 25th, 2021, organizing and mobilizing the United States government to provide a unified and effective response to combat COVID-19 and to provide United States leadership on global health and security is revoked. The Assistant to the President for National Security Affairs shall establish directorates and coordinating mechanisms with the National Security Council apparatus as he deems necessary and appropriate to safeguard public health and fortify biosecurity. So basically, it sounds like we're creating a little health organization within the U.S. to manage emergency responses like this. The Secretary of State and the Director of Office of Management and Budget shall take appropriate measures with all practical speed to 1. Pause the future transfer of any United States government funds, support, or resources to the WHO. Yes. Sounds like they did that today or yesterday with $37 million. 2, recall and reassign the United States government personnel or contractors working in any capacity with the WHO. Okay. Number 3, identify credible and transparent United States and international partners to assume necessary activities previously undertaken by the WHO. Okay. The Director of the White House of Pandemic Preparedness and Response Policy shall review, rescind, and replace the 2024 U.S. Global Health Security Strategy as soon as practical. The Secretary of State shall immediately inform the Secretary General of the United Nations, any other applicable depositary, and the leadership of the WHO of the withdrawal. Global systems negotiations. While withdrawal is in progress, the Secretary of State shall cease negotiations on the WHO pandemic agreement and the amendments to the international health regulations, and actions taken to effectuate such agreement and amendments will have no binding force on the United States. I love it. And then he's got the general provisions in here, and it's signed January 20th, 2025. I'm curious, how much money has the United States given to the WHO recently in the last couple of years? Let's check that out. Okay, so I found this website right here. Well, it is the WHO website. I went directly to the WHO and I searched around to try and find their leading donors. And I found this page right here. I'll go ahead and leave a link down below, but it is the top 10 contributors to WHO. Let me go ahead and click in on this graphic here, and you can see that the United States is leading it. This is in the U.S. millions of dollars. So this is for the 2-year period of 2022 and 2023. The U.S. gave WHO $1.284 billion. Germany was next at $856 million. The Gates Foundation at $830 million. Gavi, I don't know what that is, Gavi, $480 million. European Commission, then the Great Britain, they gave $396 million. Canada, $204 million. Wow, the Rotary International, they gave $177 million. Man, that Rotary, they should do some good fundraising. Man, that's a lot of money to give to the WHO. Hopefully, the Rotary International will stop giving money to them as well. Japan gave 167. France gave 161. When Trump signed the executive order, he talked about China only giving $40 million. We'll go ahead and read this part right here. It says, the United States of America is a top donor and partner to WHO. Not anymore. Contributing through assessed contributions and voluntary funding. The United States contributed $1.284 billion during the 2022 to 2023 biennium, enabling work by WHO, the United States, and other countries and partners to identify and respond to emergencies, stop disease threats from spreading across borders, and advance other key global health priorities. Contributions help keep the United States and the world safe from threats while supporting better health and well-being for populations around the world with a focus on the most vulnerable.
Withdrawing from
What is this one?
Withdrawing from the World Health Organization, sir?
Ooh, that's a big one. So we paid $500 million to World Health when I was here, and I terminated it. China, with 1.4 billion people, we have 350 to pay. We have, nobody knows what we have because so many people came in illegally, but let's say we have 325. They had 1.4 billion. They were paying 39 million, we were paying 500 million. It seemed a little unfair to me. So that wasn't the reason, but I dropped out. They offered me to come back for 39 million. In theory, it should be less than that, but you know. And when Biden came back, they came back for 500 million. He knew that you could have come back for 39 million. They wanted us back so badly, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so Trump was talking about $500 million being donated annually when he was president previously, and that's one of the reasons when COVID came up, that's one of the reasons that he got out of it. He got out of it, I believe, in the middle of 2020, but of course, as soon as Biden came back in, pretty much on day one, he signed an executive order to jump back into the World Health Organization and give him tons of money. Because that's what Biden does. He likes to give people money. And Trump is like, nope, this organization is corrupt. They're ridiculous. they don't actually do anything helpful for the world, at least especially for Americans. So we're going to get out of it, and we're going to stop sending them money. I'm super thankful that DOGE and the OMB, or the Office of Management and Budget, stopped that check from going to the World Health Organization. What was it, $37 million? And what I'm afraid of is that bureaucrats are going to continue to try sending them money. They're just going to try and do it. I don't know why. They got to fight this, but they feel like it's their responsibility to fight Trump on this. And so you need to have oversight from the OMB and from DOGE to make sure that kind of shenanigans does not happen. So a win for DOGE. Well, that was a big win for DOGE and the OMB. I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping that DOGE can continue to stop more and more of this ridiculous spending, especially when Trump has already said we're not going to be part of the World Health Organization. We're going to get out of it, make sure everyone knows, stop sending them money. And yet the bureaucrats still try to send a big $37 million check. And fortunately, the OMB and DOGE saw that and put a stop to it. Also, they put a stop to $50 million going to condoms for Gaza. Utterly ridiculous. So I'm thankful that DOGE and the OMB are aligned and that they're making this happen, and they're stopping this ridiculous spending. So another win for DOGE. I'm excited to see how many more wins there will be. If you're interested in following the DOGE story, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And if you're interested in other DOGE stories, I do have a DOGE playlist. You can go ahead and check it out right here. And if you want to subscribe, click on this button right here. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.